Last year, Governor Mike Pence signed legislation into law in a closed-door meeting that would essentially give religious individuals more rights than they should have. Now, that sounds like a strong statement, but the Religious Freedom Restoration Act essentially gives people certain rights to, I don't know, abuse their kids. At least that's the case involving a woman by the name of Kin Park Thang, who is facing federal charges for abusing her 7-year-old son with a coat hanger. According to reports, doctors found 36 bruises on the boy's back, thigh, and left arm, and a bruise on his cheek in the shape of a hanger hook. Now, why am I bringing this up? And what does this have to do with Mike Pence and the legislation he signed into law? Well, it turns out that her defense is the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. She's saying that it is literally part of her religion to use this type of punishment to discipline her kids. She says the following: "I was worried for my son's salvation with God after he dies. I decided to punish my son to prevent him from hurting my daughter and to help him learn how to behave as God would want him to." Also, the law that was cited by her attorney was signed by Pence in March 26th of 2015. He did so in a quiet, closed-door signing ceremony with conservative and religious leaders. Now, the first version of that legislation essentially told business owners that they could discriminate against the LGBT community if it's part of their religion. There was a lot of backlash for that, so they came out with another piece of legislation that was basically a little bit of a middle ground that prevented business owners from discriminating against LGBT communities. But they only did that after business owners decided to leave the state.
Okay. So this is Christian Sharia law. Well, God told me I should beat the living crap out of my kids. And by the way, it's somewhat true, and the Bible can be interpreted in both ways. And you could say, hey, turn the other cheek to your kid. What's the matter with you? No, Jesus talked about peace and love and not any of that stuff. Or you could look at the parts of the Bible that says, yeah, don't spare the rod. Go kick your kid's ass. It says it in the Bible. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Now, imagine if a Muslim parent abused his kid so much that you could see the imprint of the hanger on their face. What would we say? Monsters! You see, and then they said, well, Allah told me to do it. Allah says to beat your kids so severely that you leave marks on them. We would say, see, they're not with our culture. We got to get them out. We got to get them out. They're not with our culture.
Yeah.
A Christian does it. They're like, oh, God bless. Religious freedom. Freedom. Okay? So, no, we have laws in this country. There are secular laws. You don't get to beat the crap out of other people, including your kids, and then just go, that's my religious freedom. No, that's not how it works. If you want that, you can go to Saudi Arabia, you can go to Iran, you can go to the Vatican maybe, okay, you can go find somewhere else to live, but this is a secular country, and you must follow our secular laws that are based on logic and reason and decency, and not based on your particular Sharia law.
Yep.
So I don't give a damn if it's Islamic Sharia law or Christian Sharia law. We don't follow that around here.
Yeah, I think that people like really simplified arguments or simplified ways of understanding issues like this. So here's a really simple way of understanding this. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care if you are Buddhist, Hindu, Jewish, Christian, Muslim. I don't care. I don't care. What I do care about, though, is that when you're practicing your religion, which you should be free to do, you don't harm others. That's it. That's the clear line. You don't get to harm others in any way, in any physical way, in any psychological way. You should be able to practice your religion, have your faith, and not cause harm to others. And in this case, she's causing harm to a 7-year-old kid, beating him with a coat hanger, hitting him in the face.
Christ, man.
Hitting him in the face, by the way.
So, look, and I know a lot of parents get touchy about this, and a lot of them are right-wingers. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. And so these are the same people who will be like, pro-life. I value life so much. Don't get an abortion. Oh, the baby's out, now beat the crap out of him. It's okay. Hey, God says don't spare the rod. Don't tell me what to do with my kids. I will abuse them. I will beat them because that is my Sharia law. Okay, all right. Well, now I know where you stand on it.